So President Trump's 20-point peace plan for Gaza has now been officially approved by the United Nations Security Council with a 13-0 vote and no country choosing to veto it. Now, Russia and China abstained, but still the resolution passed, meaning the international community formally recognized it as the framework for the path forward. At the center of this plan is a complete demilitarization and de-radicalization of the Gaza Strip. According to The Guardian as well as The Washington Post, the plan calls for 1, the total disarmament of Hamas, including the removal of rocket infrastructure, tunnel systems, and weapons stockpiles. 2, a multinational stabilization force to secure borders and to prevent the rearmament of Hamas, and a transitional governing body made up of non-Hamas technocrats, which would be monitored by international oversight under what Trump named the, quote, Board of Peace. There would also be full de-radicalization programs instituted which would replace the Hamas-controlled education and indoctrination systems. President Trump also stated directly that if Hamas refuses to disarm voluntarily, that the United States and its partners will disarm them by force. Now, this probably won't be pretty because we already have quotes that have come out from the PIJ, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, saying that any international body that is going to come in and do anything is going to be treated like an occupier and that they will resist them. But this plan doesn't only stop its security, it also includes a structured rebuilding phase with infrastructure, reconstruction, economic planning, and then a humanitarian restoration phase designed again to create a functioning civil society rather than just another temporary ceasefire that could fall apart. One of the broader strategic goals, which is being reported in the media right now, is the expansion of the Abraham Accords, with the intention of further integrating Israel into the Middle East and encouraging additional Arab states to normalize their relations with Israel. And the resolution openly calls on regional governments to join efforts to expel Hamas and its supporters and participate in the peace and stabilization process. So the significance of this plan is that it attempts to address the core structural issues rather than simply announcing what we've all had before, temporary ceasefires. And historically, Gaza has gone through a repeated cycle. We'll see a ceasefire and then we'll see aid coming in for the reconstruction process, and then we'll have tunnel networks being rebuilt, weapons will be smuggled, another attack will happen, a new conflict begins. This plan is meant to break that cycle entirely by changing the security, the governance, the educational, and the regional diplomatic foundations at the same time, instead of treating symptoms. It's actually trying to address the root problems, and if successful, it would provide Israel with long-term security rather than the short pauses between wars and conflicts. It would also give Gazan civilians a chance at a normal life under leadership that isn't a terrorist organization, which we hope they don't want, but polling shows they do. For decades, the Middle East peace plans have been built on temporary pauses and unrealistic expectations. This is the first proposal with international backing, with clear enforcement mechanisms, with regional integration goals, and an actual structured transition away from Hamas rule.